Oh, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Arrow After Show here at thestream.tv. Hope you guys enjoyed your winter break. Happy New Year. I know we're very late into the year, but Happy New Year. Okay, we have so much to talk about, and a lot happened. But before we get into that, first we have to do a few shout-outs. We have a Facebook group now. It is the Arrow After Show Arrowheads family. Thank you to Lance for creating that. So please join that. Also join his other group, which is the biggest Arrow
discussion group.
Yes, on Facebook. What, like in
just hit 9,000 members
9,000
today.
members.
Arrow
What?
Cave, the Arrow Cave. We have actually we have some pictures of those. So the first one is the 75 one. Yeah, that's our new group logo. So definitely go and check that one out. And then of course the Arrow Cave is that one. So please go and join because everything Arrow is going to go down there. Also, shout-outs to melcity.net and Stanley's Kamikaze with us all year long, and there's going to be some amazing, amazing guests. Okay, now that we've said that, first of all, I'm Adam Kruger, hello, and to my right, we've got Jack Hind, sir,
How are you guys?
The lovely Olivia De Bortoli, and of course, Carolina is not here, so she sent in a video clip, so we're going to show you that right now.
Hey fellow Arrow fans, I'm so sorry I can't be there tonight. I am currently on a pit stop at my grandma's house in between being on tour with Chevy, and I can't wait because when you guys see this video tonight, that means that we will have all just seen the mid-season return of Arrow, and I am so pumped for it. I can't wait to come back. I miss you guys so much. Hi, Adam, Jack, and Olivia. This isn't half as exciting as Olivia's backdrop when she was in Europe. This is just my guest room at my grandma's house. But I love you guys so much. I can't wait to live tweet with you tonight. And I'm excited to see the episode. Bye, guys.
I win. No big deal. No, just kidding. Love you, Carolina.
We
Miss
do.
you.
We can. We'll see you guys. We'll see you back when you get back, guys.
When
Let's,
is she back? 2 weeks?
2 weeks. Yeah.
Two
So
weeks.
Chevy's more important than Arrow,
Beginning of
apparently.
February.
I don't agree.
Well,
I'm really
you know.
upset about 2 weeks,
But you got to do what you got to do.
Hey.
Let's jump into the episode, shall we? I know you guys are waiting for us to jump in on this. So let's start with Anarchy's back, okay?
What a great topic name.
Right? Anarchy's
fortunate.
back. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. You know, Oliver's on the hunt for Damien Dark, and he finds all these dudes dead. Let's talk about that.
Why do you think they brought Anarchy back out? If that was just, I literally just popped into my head. I did have something else to say, but then I changed it. Why do you think they brought Anarchy back out of everyone?
Want to take a stab? I've got an idea.
I think because he had a special relationship with Thea.
Okay.
And I think because she was the one who burned him, and she's kind of getting over her bloodlust, and I think he's the one that's going to kind of test it.
Okay.
I think that could be one of the reasons.
That was my backing.
I'm gonna
So we're
throw a
good.
yes and because I think that the Thea connection is.
Improv.
I'm gonna do it. Hey man, we're in Hollywood. Might as well. Right? Might as well throw an improv connection. But no, yes and so there's the connection to Thea, but I also think that because of his history with Damien Dark,
Yes.
it brought this really interesting dynamic where we had like the enemy of my enemy is my friend type
Yes.
situation. You guys, let us know what you think. Do you think that's what the writers were thinking? I'm pretty sure they were, but let us know on the YouTube live chat. You can also tweet at us using the hashtag ArrowAfterShow on Twitter, and we will respond. But we will respond. Possibly later today, actually. So, okay. So this happens, and meanwhile, Felicity's going in for surgery. Right away, there's like these intercuts at the beginning of the show, and we know she's alive, obviously, because they really cut to that really quickly. Did that surprise anybody else?
What, with her being alive, right? Like, letting us know that she's
they
alive
were just
right away?
they're like, nope, she's alive. She's, we're just trying to fix damage.
I feel like everyone kind of knew that she wasn't going to be dead. I feel like
They couldn't kill Felicity.
yeah, they couldn't kill her off
That was the issue.
that quickly, So I
We
think
all knew.
everyone knew that she was going to be alive, and that's why they wanted to get right to it.
But I want to give Stephen props for his acting ability on that half. Like,
My
he
goodness.
really seemed... I'm going to go for that because I think Stephen has been great as a Green Arrow. I think he's played an absolute quality part of Oliver. And I think now seeing him as a more sensitive and actual person, crying over a loved one, was kind of deep. And it was like, right, Stephen, I'm glad to see that in you again. Like, because we lose it a little bit with him being the Green Arrow sometimes, with him being this badass and having the whole weight of the world on his shoulders. To just see him with his, with fiance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wife laying there on the table.
Fresh
like,
fiancé.
Fresh fiance, like ready to die. And just you could really see it in him. So that was what I liked the most.
I want to say, yeah, I agree with that. I mean, you could see. I thought he played it really well because it wasn't like he was sobbing in the. He's got blood on him.
it wasn't overdone.
He was in shock. Like he played it very well, and I thought that it was very interesting when they intercut basically what was going on in the hospital to him,
fighting.
shooting around on the streets and beating up these thugs. the ghosts. We actually have
We
a
call them
photo.
thugs.
We have a photo of him, and the look on his face, I think, says it all. Yeah, there you go. I mean, you could see it. He's really digging deep back into where he was when he
Yeah.
first
His
came.
vengeance, yes, big time.
I
That's what
kind of
was
like
looking
it. He's kind of back to a little bit darker Green Arrow, and I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool.
I was a fan when
You
he
know
was
I
dropping
said that.
bodies. Yeah, I was a fan of it. So so let's talk real quickly about Diggle questioning and / beating the crap out of his brother Andy. Like, whoa! Did you guys expect that? Did you think at home? Let us know, of course, and you guys too.
I didn't think he was going to do it, but I am glad he did, because it was kind of like, right, Andy, you're a little bro. I don't have a little brother. I am the little brother. My sister never really used to beat me up that much.
Should've.
Because she's an old
She should have.
funny.
Yeah.
But beating it kind of knocked him into gear, you know what I mean? I feel like that beatdown reminded him, because Andy even come back afterwards when Diggle went back down to see him again. He was like, oh, come back down to beat up on your little brother again. And I feel like that beating kind of knocked him back a few years and was kind of like, oh shit, oh, Diggle really is my bigger brother. Maybe I should start talking to him a little bit more.
Right.
And I feel like that kind of cracked his shell. Beating him up kind of cracked his shell.
No
a little
pun
bit.
intended.
No, every
I
intention
cracked
of
his
that
head
pun.
open. It's good. Yeah.
No, I
his
think
face.
it did. I think it opened up a new leaf for him. He was definitely not as talkative before. He was
Exactly.
using 1 or 2 words.
Horrified.
And
It was almost as if he was petrified
Yeah.
before. He was so scared that Dark was going to do something to him.
And
that
now
he
he's
never did.
having full conversation. So I think it was.
But they're playing cards now.
I know, best friends for life.
Did anyone
Yeah,
work
well,
out what
hey,
game
man.
they could have been playing? Because it didn't look like anything that I've ever seen. Maybe Go Fish.
I know. There's like a
plays Go
third
Fish
person.
anymore?
I don't know. Like there was.
Maybe
Yeah,
they,
it was
maybe
a
it was
third-
what is
I think
that?
it's
maybe
Go
it was-
Fish. I'm pretty
it
sure
was
it's
that
Go
or
Fish.
poker, and they were dealing in a bunch of people.
Yeah.
7-card stud. Who knows?
Whatever.
Surely they have
Do
a
we
game.
care? We don't really care.
We don't.
Let's. So obviously this opens up. Ollie's got his hands full. Let's. You care? You care about the card
I
game?
want to know what game they were playing.
Yeah. All right. we
Well-
should write in, ask the writers, and see if they'll tell
See if
us.
they'll tell us what game they were
Or
playing.
maybe someone out there, if you guys know what cards what card game they were playing.
Let us know. Yeah.
Because we don't.
I don't really care, but you can,
I can-
No, I'm just kidding. Let us know. All right, let's move on. So Ollie's got his hands full. Let's go with Too Easy. So obviously we've got Anarchy back, and they basically find him at his hideout. Could we discuss how creepy that place was? I mean, listen, it's Anarchy. He's nuts,
Yeah.
but how creepy was that place?
I think it was extra creepy because it was the first time we saw him since the burning, and he had the weird
mask.
clear mask on, and he was.
Bit weird, that weren't it?
Yeah,
Right?
I didn't like
I didn't
that at
like
all.
them masks.
it-
I don't like them masks. Never have. Never will.
But
Don't work for
I'll
me.
take that over a clown any day of the week.
No.
No, the mask
way.
is way worse.
I was going to say, speaking of clowns real quick, have you seen that preview for Baskets with Zach Galifianakis?
No.
No, I
It's
heard
coming
it
out
was
tomorrow. It's like a new series going to be after DC Legends. It just looks really great. Back to Arrow.
But
We
yes.
started talking about clowns real quick. Got me excited.
Clowns freak me out. But here's
You
the thing.
should definitely watch
Yeah,
it then.
I should. Yes, it'll be a horror movie for me, or a show.
Yeah.
But did anyone else, like you guys at home, tell us if you thought that the fight was too easy? They just took Anarchy down
yeah.
like in a heartbeat. It was
Oh,
one.
when
it
they
was
went
one
and found
punch
him, it
from
was
Diggle.
Diggle. Yeah, but I feel like Diggle
Knocked
would
him
knock
out cold.
anyone out with one punch. I
Yeah,
would like to
I-
take a right hook from Diggle. And he was coming down the stairs, weren't he? Because he got Thea down there, and then like Diggle like Superman punched him down about 3 flights of stairs.
And he didn't think he was
Fair
going to have
enough.
to fight anyone. He had all the remote-controlled machine guns that he was shooting at them, so he was like, I can go. This is going to be easy. Not.
Yeah. I
They
thought,
made a lot out of nothing, didn't they? in
Yeah.
that scene? Like, we were sat there, we were like, right, Oliver, you can take out these motion-censored guns. No issue.
In a heartbeat,
And
yeah.
it just took him a little while. Maybe it was because he was looking out for Thea and didn't realise that Thea went after Anarchy. Possibly that was the reason. But the way it took, like, oh, they're motion-censored. And then he had to peer around the
Yeah.
couch to shoot him. It's like, come on, Oliver. Got to be quicker than that, bro. Got to be quicker.
So right before he gets knocked out and they take him to go possibly torture the guy, which obviously we know that was the intention. I think we have a picture of Mr. Machin / Anarchy with his little weapon up.
There it is.
And he kind of, I mean, I don't know, this is sort of reminiscent of like Brad Pitt in Fight Club to me as I'm looking at it right now, sort of. It's
a little different.
Do you know what I mean?
A
a
little
little
different.
less creepy.
Yeah.
I mean, a little creepier,
Yeah.
but at the same
A
time.
little
but-
less Brad Pitt.
But that weapon
little
actually
less
came
Brad
up
Pitt.
later. But he was having words with Thea, and he was, I mean, the dynamic between them was really kind of insane, and
He
that's
pulls something out of her, doesn't he? Like, he
does.
tickles that bloodlust again. And I kind of like, the same way you like it when Stephen Amell gets his bloodlust, I like it when Thea gets a bit angry, because
Yeah.
it gives us a little something different. Thea, obviously, we knew growing up was the sweet, light-hearted, innocent girl. And so when we see that bloodlust from Thea, I kind of enjoy it for her character. I like to see her really go after something, whether it be killing people. I know it kind of sucks, but at least it's really good to see her going after something.
I agree.
I thought their relationship was really interesting. Like they kept
Between the two of them?
Between the two of them,
Yeah,
they
they
kept
did do a good
like trying to fight each other and then not killing each
They
other.
were almost flirting.
That's what
Like
you
it
were
was
saying,
like flirting in a sense of
Yeah.
way, wasn't
Well,
it?
here's,
And that was what
here's
kind
the
of got
thing.
me.
I think it was her bloodlust with his crazy that are just
That go together.
Yeah.
They do, yeah. And that's the thing. Like when Thea came back, she had that, and he even says it to her. He's like, I can see a part of you in me, like
Yeah,
rising
that's
up.
right.
Do you know
He
the
said
actor's
it later.
name who played Anarchy?
I
No.
did, and I don't.
Guys, if you know,
anymore.
Facebook, YouTube
Yeah,
will tweet me just because I
send
want to
it.
give him a good. I think he plays a
great.
great job as
He
that.
did a great
he
job.
Was, he was
It's
fantastic.
I mean, it's in a nice way possible. It's very rare that we see good actors in the CW or ABC, just anything nowadays. It is rare that we see really good actors at this young age, and I think he really pulled it out of his
Yeah,
hat.
he
a little
did.
did a
bit.
good
He
job.
did a great job. I
And
want to
really portrayed the character well.
Yeah, and guys, remember we're live, so like we just said, tweet at us using the hashtag #ArrowAfterShow. Hit the YouTube live comments because we're gonna actually feature that in just a little bit. But right now, let's move on to a new ally, because obviously this whole thing with Anarchy turns us into, he becomes their ally, really. And Diggle gets somewhere with Andy, so the beating obviously works, right?
Yes.
When he finally tells him about what was it, Stone Manor? Was that no Stone?
the house. It was
Keystone Manor?
something like
No,
that.
if he said Keystone Manor, that will blow my mind. I'm not sure. Did he
It
say
was-
Stone
it
Manor?
was the name of the
Stone.
street.
I think it was Stone
think.
Manor.
I don't
Okay, the
remember.
only reason I say if it was Keystone was because in the Flash that was where Wally West used to live. So I was going to say if there was, if it was Keystone, let me know, because then we would have just put 2 and 2 together and that could be a possibility. But you're also right; he could have just said Stone Manor because it's
don't
where
remember
Dark
now.
lives,
I don't
right?
remember,
Yeah, it was where
Yeah,
Dark
it's
was
talking about
living,
where Dark was living.
which
yeah.
we're gonna get into that. But I mean, so we
But that
also
would be cool if it was that.
it would
That
be
would
very
be cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'll
then
go back and watch it. Well, I'll probably go home. Oh no, it starts in 10 minutes for us, doesn't it?
for the
The Arrow West Coast feed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. And then of course we find out, by the way, that Felicity's paralyzed. I want to know, you guys at home, tell us what you think. And also, guys, I want to throw this out there. Do we think that Felicity is going to be paralyzed for good?
Well, no.
They
I mean,
ruined. They shouldn't have shown her that much in the trailer that we saw just at the end of that episode, because it clearly showed.
Yeah.
We were just having. I was having a joke with a couple of the guys on the YouTube chat about her popping pills and stuff like that.
Yeah, she was clearly walking,
They
yeah.
shouldn't. They shouldn't have shown it. I don't think they should have shown any of Felicity. I mean, did they clearly show her walking, or did
Yeah.
they clearly show her sat behind it? Like, did they see her behind
it's
the
hard
counter?
to
No,
say.
I think that they clearly showed her walking.
I'm pretty because we
Because
saw
she
her
was
like
standing,
twice.
yeah,
didn't we, or
she
3
was
times.
standing like
Yeah,
right
yeah,
in front of Stephen.
You're right. Yeah,
Amell,
and that
or-
kind of bugged me. Because,
Yeah.
like you say, we just had this whole episode about her going in, having nerve damage, and then they're not telling us what happened. Maybe she could
And
be
then
down
right
to a
away.
wheelchair.
Yeah.
Well, they said she's going to be paralyzed, and now it seems like maybe she won't be.
Well-
And I was thinking, by the way, because I'd been reading all throughout the break. I'm sure you guys were too, and I know that you
Yeah.
guys were
Yes.
also. But they were saying, first of all, there was the rumors
Oracle.
floating that she was going to be Oracle, which
Yeah.
Wendy Miracle just basically said, no, it's not happening. So she's not going to be Oracle. It's not going to happen.
She ain't got enough character to be Oracle. I mean that in the nicest way possible.
Are you kidding?
I don't think Felicity could play the Oracle.
What do you mean? She's
Hell
like,
no. I think
she
she's
can be
amazing, and I love
anything she
Felicity of
wants.
Felicity. Felicity can do anything
she can do
wants.
anything she wants.
So,
This
I
just
love
turned
Felicity,
into a cat fight.
But I definitely don't. I could. Do you guys agree? Do you really think Felicity would make a great Oracle? I mean, when you
Yes,
think
she
of
would
the
do
Oracle,
she
you
would be
think
a
of.
great Oracle.
I
She
think
would
she
be
would.
an.
I
She
think
would be
she
an
would.
Thank you.
underdog.
Yeah, I'm with
Oracle.
you.
Like when you think of the Oracle, you think of like the Almighty. Like you, I would personally think of somebody who's probably about 30 years older than Felicity, if not 40 years older, or somebody who's not actually human, who's lived forever.
Yeah,
Like,
but she could be
when
the
I-
Almighty with a great personality.
That's what I'm saying.
But,
like if it
okay.
is, then okay. I understand where you like that point of view. but
Let's hold on. Let's back up for half a second, because it was Barbara Gordon who became the Oracle, and having Green Arrow be the actual, it's basically. I mean, Green Arrow was created as a replacement for Batman. That was the whole idea, to take a break from Batman, have the Green Arrow. That way they could go back and forth. So there's going to be a lot of parallels, like we've seen in the show with Ra's al Ghul. We've seen all these different things coming from Batman, which is totally normal because that's where it comes from. And in the Batman series, Barbara Gordon gets paralyzed by the Joker and becomes the Oracle. So it is totally, totally feasible for Felicity to be the Oracle, and
Feasible.
I think she
Hey,
would be.
I didn't say it wasn't
But
feasible.
it's not
Feasible.
happening anyway, so we're discussing something that's completely pointless. However, okay, with all that being said, I was thinking that they were going to use nanotechnology, and Ray was going to come in and possibly
Yeah.
help her walk again. And so we'll see what happens. We do know that she's going to have a drug problem because she's popping pills. They're foreshadowing it.
If that happens, that's going to get on my nerves. Because that really,
not.
that really pissed me off when it happened to Laurel. When Laurel couldn't survive without taking her pills, I was like, Laurel, there's absolutely no need for you to be going through this right now. And it's going to be the same thing with Felicity.
Well-
If Felicity... Go on.
I was gonna say,
Go on.
if she were paralyzed, I think that she would have more of a reason than Laurel did. But I don't know. I don't see her having a drug problem. I think it's just
If you're
not in her
paralysed,
personality.
you can't. I can't talk about being paralysed, obviously, because none of us are. So I
No,
don't know what
thank
the
God.
issue would be.
Yeah.
Thank God, yeah. But in fact, I just please don't have a pill popping problem. Somebody made a joke. Laurel and Felicity are going to have their own spin-off. It's going to be Pills of Prey.
That's great.
Right.
No, I don't. Listen, I don't. I think that it's going to be in a different. It's going to be in a different capacity, and maybe she's not going to have an issue. Maybe she's just going to be on painkillers while she's
Well,
dealing
the thing
with the
that
whole
worries
thing.
me is because she said in that preview, she said,
I don't think I'm right to be doing that.
I don't think I could be part of the team anymore, and that was after when she took the pill.
Yeah.
But we can't say she's a pill popper because it was only one scene that we saw her quickly take a pill from, and it probably is once you get paralysed. I'm going to assume that you do
need
need pills
something,
for a
yeah.
little while. But yeah, then that was when she said, I don't think I could be a part of your team anymore. That is what made me think, oh, damn it, she's an addict.
Or she could just be frazzled from the whole situation, you know?
Well, she did almost die.
She almost died, and
Yeah.
I saw in the preview she was like trying to think about all these different things that were coming at her, and I think that maybe she just is frazzled and she couldn't handle
Frazzled.
it.
Frazzled is a good word.
Frazzled.
Thank you.
So okay, so all right, so you guys tell us what you think. Give us your theories on Felicity. We'll discuss them later. Right now, I want to talk about how Oliver springs anarchy because Laurel obviously turns him in, which was stupid. I didn't like it. I thought I wanted to see him get tortured. I know that I sound like a sadist now, but
Anarchy.
I wanted to
I'm
see-
sorry, but when
yeah.
Oliver says, I need the room,
You
I'm
know
like,
what's happening.
oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I want to be a fly on that wall right now. I don't want to be the guy who he's in the room with. I just want to be a fly on the wall watching this. So I had a little epiphany. I never told you guys whilst we were watching it because I wanted to do it right now.
Right,
So
okay. Do
when
it.
he freed him, what I have a feeling is the reason he freed him, and I know he said, oh, this wasn't my plan, blah, 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 blah. But I feel like he knew that anarchy was going to go right after Dark's family. And then in saving Dark's family from anarchy, Oliver got this few weeks brace.
Oh.
You know what I mean? That now Dark isn't going after his family, which one gives Felicity... Sorry, guys. Which one gives Felicity enough time to recover, and two gives them time to work on a plan in order to kill Dark. And obviously, we saw that the wife is not exactly a
She's
friend.
evil.
She's.
I
I
was
mean,
the
not
most
expecting
evil
that.
of all.
Jesus.
Woman, this
well, but hold on a
vigilante's
second,
essential.
guys. Was anyone really that surprised? I mean,
I
she's
was kind of surprised.
No, she's married to the guy.
Okay.
You know your
I-
husband.
can
You
I
know
just
your
say
wife.
something real
I'm
quick?
sorry. If she's married to him, she is an evil, twisted,
I
sick.
guess.
Carolina's texting me right now saying, I think you're wrong. Felicity would be a badass oracle. Say that
See?
out loud.
Thank you. Thank you,
I'm mad
Carolina.
I'm not there to argue
Thank
with you.
you.
So Carolina is here through text message
Thank you.
right now.
And we.
She was on my side, of course.
Well, actually, I was
And
with you.
so was Adam,
Hey,
okay.
you
I
know,
just interrupted you guys.
That's
sorry.
okay. That's all right. So you thought it was intentional.
To a point. The only reason I don't is because when they were all at the Arrow Cave and they said, oh, Diggle said, oh, his tracker's gone dark. Oliver was like, what's the next plan? And then Oliver was
Yeah.
like, that was my plan. And so I was like,
Oh,
okay,
I don't
maybe
think it was
maybe
that
that was
intentional.
he was
But then
actually
he
telling the
was-
truth, as in that was my plan.
that was his
Yeah.
plan.
Very possible. Either way, he's
don't
letting others do his dirty work. So that I
As he
thought.
should.
That
Yeah.
hey, listen, two
You
evil
need-
dudes killing each other. I'm okay with. I'm with you on that.
Do you think you know this whole thing, he's not allowed to kill people anymore because obviously Felicity doesn't like it, the whole crew doesn't like it, which I completely understand to a point. Obviously now, Dark is a go. Dark is killable.
Yes.
People aren't upset if
There's
he kills him, right?
no. If he kills him, it's good. It's
Because
just
if
how
they
Yeah,
were
he's
like,
he can
you
be-
shouldn't have killed him, you
But
could
it's
have got him
how
in.
is he going to do it is the question, and we need to move on because
Sorry.
I want to go to talking about finding and losing hope because we just kind of touched on it when Machen goes after Dark's family, and I don't know about you guys, but for me when this was happening and I was like, wow, that's Damien Dark's daughter and the dude's horrible and we didn't know his wife was horrible at the time.
Yeah.
But I still kind of felt for it because I was like, this is a little girl that doesn't deserve to be dealing with this whole situation.
I feel sorry for that little girl because they're her
Yeah.
parents.
Yeah.
Her parents are psychopaths.
Yeah.
both
I
of
mean
them.
that in a bad way, but damn.
She's
was
growing
the
up to be
She's
someone
going to grow up to
crazy.
be... could you imagine she
Crazy.
turns up... Does Damien Dark have a daughter? Like a badass daughter? Like, does she turn into anything? I can't remember.
You know, they've
Live
really
notes and
taken a
stuff.
lot of liberties on this show
the
with
thing.
Damien Dark. He's not the
Yeah.
same person he was in the comics. So who
Who knows what they're
yeah.
going to do
But
with
she
them?
would.
What I do know is we have a
I'd
picture.
like to see the whole family die.
We have a picture of Lonnie Machin with his mask on and his flamethrower ready to, like, basically fry the family. Which, I mean, this
It's like a poor ass version of the heat wave heat wave's gun.
Yeah, right. I mean, this guy's a psychopath. So obviously, this whole plan of like setting him after dark, I think is a good thing.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if Team Arrow can take this guy down easily,
Is it a good thing?
to send a
You
psychopath
think
against
you think
dark.
setting him free?
No,
to go
setting
and
him
find
free
Dark?
is not a good idea. No, but
to go
You don't
find
think it's a
Dark.
good? You don't think it's a good idea? Okay,
Listen.
I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm
It's
saying
definitely not a good idea. It's like the Suicide Squad. The only reason they're a good idea is because they're very specifically contained. He was not contained. He was shot, he was let out, and he was free to go. Oh, we have a tracker on him? Because that's going to do a lot.
Okay, so all right, so this happens, and then Oliver goes to see Felicity. I want to talk about that because there was this real moment between the two of them when she thought that he was running away because she was paralyzed because he knew.
Yes.
And then he gives her the ring back. Because I don't know if this touched you guys at home, but this one hit me. It hit me. I know. I looked at you when we were watching, and I was like,
We had a moment.
Yeah, we did. I'm like, that hit me too.
I wasn't involved in that
He
moment,
didn't
apparently.
care. He didn't care. But he gives her the ring back, and basically I feel like she gave him himself back. Because do you guys agree with me? Oliver was he was going off the rails, and she was like, hey, listen, are you still you?
I don't know if he was going off the rails necessarily. He was going off the rails, but I think that he was going off the rails. No, just for Damien Dark though. I don't think he was.
He would have gone off the rails for anyone.
And I think he's good. Yeah, you think so?
I think he would have done anything in that moment.
Yeah, he was going off the
Yeah.
rails.
Oh. I think he was just-
I agree
He
with you.
needed-
He
yeah.
needed to go
I
see
think-
Felicity.
Yeah.
Go on, sorry, you're about to finish
No, I
your
was saying
thought
I
first.
thought it was just mostly just for Damien Dark.
So it is. It's his like we were saying from the beginning, like the way he had in the season one, like he's saving his city and getting
Yeah.
his vengeance back. That kind of came back into him again, and
Fair enough.
I think he did a really good job, like reliving that. It, like you said, it really showed us like season one Arrow.
Yeah.
And I think he did a great job in the first half an hour of this episode doing that. But then you saw as soon as he had to go and talk to Felicity, it was Oliver the Mayor again almost, and
Yeah.
Oliver the actual Oliver Queen, not so much the Green Arrow anymore. And
Yeah.
that was my favorite part.
She
about it.
brought him back.
The
Yeah,
vengeance.
okay.
He should have been
I can
there.
see that.
That's what I'm
should have
saying.
been there, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have been
First of
there
all,
from the
also,
beginning.
what took him so long to get to the hospital?
Well, hold
It's
on.
the
He was-
vengeance thing, isn't
Yeah,
it? He
but
doesn't
he
want
could
to
have
see
gone
her.
to see her. It took him so long. She was like out of so many surgeries.
I have something
agree.
to say. So here's why he stayed away, and here's why I agree with it, and I also understand it. Because if that sort of thing happens to your fiance, she's been shot to the point you've just held her body. You don't know if she's gonna live.
Mm-hmm.
You know who's responsible for it. You have the means and opportunity to do something about it. You don't go sit there by her side. You're pissed
I'm
off.
not saying.
You go.
I'm not saying
'Cause
sit. I'm saying say hi and then go back.
denial is the first stage of grief. The second one is anger. So he literally went through all the stages, and I think in the anger stage he went nuts, man. He went after them. I mean, you saw him. He watched the guy like the ghost tumble off into the electrical wires, and he was like, I almost felt like the thought bubble was above his head. He was going good, and he walked away. You know what I mean? Like that's what I saw when this was happening. You know, good. Forget you. You know, I'll find someone else who will
Yeah.
talk.
There was
That's-
just something about it that got on my nerves. I don't know what he should have been. I get it. I agree with you. That anger is like, right, I need to go and get that asshole that just took that just pretty much tried to kill my fiance. Like I
And
would
him.
be in there. But then you got to do the beat. You got to take
You
the
got-
pause, Oliver. You got to learn the pause. You're doing everything pretty good so far. Learn how to pause.
You gotta
Take
at
a
least
step
tell
back.
her that you're there and you're supporting her.
Yeah,
And
or
you
go and see her and be like, I'm gonna go like,
Yeah, I'm gonna kill
honey,
this guy. Yeah.
I ain't seeing you like this no more. I'm about to go find this guy, kick his
Exactly,
ass,
thank
and I'm
you.
bringing you some hope back, honey. But the fact that he just
He didn't even go.
He didn't-
even go
okay,
to
she's
Arthur's.
what's more important, seeing her fresh off the table or getting the guy back who did it to her?
Okay, no,
Yeah.
I agree with you. I will go there that he should have gone to Felicity first,
Yeah.
and then been like, babe, I'm gonna deal with this.
Yeah,
And
that's what
then
it
come
should
back
have
after
been.
the second surgery.
At
The
least,
fact that he
yeah.
only showed up after the second surgery, or however many it was, that I'm with you on. He should have been there before that happened, but I still agree with what he did to try to avenge it and end this whole thing.
Oh, 100%.
And he does say that he's like, I was gonna come as soon as
Yeah.
Dark was off the table.
Yes.
So he didn't want to go until it was safe to
Yeah.
go, and then they could let their guard down and begin healing.
Fair enough.
So there's two sides. I mean, you guys at home, tell us what you think. Let us know on the live chat. Tweet at us using the hashtag #ArrowAfterShow. I know I say it a lot, but I'm going to say it again probably 5 more times before we end.
You could use the anger in a positive way. Thank
Yeah.
you, Sam Pamenta. You know what
There
you're
you go.
talking about.
All right, fine. But so moving on, obviously, Lonnie Machen attacks the Dark's family. We hit that already, and there was possibly going to be collateral damage. I want to move on to Payback because basically we talked about this. They save Dark's family, and you thought it was Jack. Thought it was.
I thought it was a
part
clever
of
idea by
part of the
Oliver.
plan.
Yeah.
You thought it was part of Oliver's plan, which it very well might have been. But at the end of the day, as soon as he saw Dark, he went to try to end it. So, if he's running after him to try to end it, how is it part of the plan?
Yeah, I don't
He should try and kill him. I agree with you.
Or was that his?
Oh, no,
or was that his get out of jail free card if he failed?
That's what I'm thinking. It's that. It's like, okay, if I do fail and I don't kill you, the fact of the matter is I saved your family. So to be honest, dude, you kind of owe me one. And he does.
And he does,
one.
and he agreed. And listen,
Go.
we have a picture. Hold on, of their little showdown, which ended the same way it always ends, with Oliver on his knees.
You're right.
Hey, we just let Malcolm fight him. Malcolm had a better chance last
Seriously.
time.
Right? You were going to say something, Olivia.
I don't think it was part of the plan. I think that Oliver, after seeing Felicity, was just kind of a better person, and he wasn't going to kill innocent people, or who we thought were innocent people at the time, were his wife. She's not so innocent. The wife and the child.
There are words that I want to use about that woman, and I
She
won't
was
use them because
crazy.
my wife will get really upset with me. So
Don't use them.
I won't.
Don't use
No. It's not going to happen. But I'm thinking them. So just know that, you know.
I don't have a wife. I can say him.
You can
if
say
want.
it. Go ahead. Yeah, please. Please do. So okay.
I have a mother that would get mad at me
Yeah.
instead.
Yeah,
That might be worse.
My mom would be pissed too. So we got to talk about this because look, obviously Felicity is Oliver's rock. We know this. Like she is his moral compass, and we saw Diggle step in, and Laurel tried to, and Diggle kind of got through to him as well. But we have to talk about, and I know you guys are all excited about this, the flash forward 4 months from now when we're in the grave, and obviously they finally confirmed that Felicity's not the one in the grave, which we all knew, so it wasn't news.
Stonehaven was the place. Sorry to interrupt
Stonehaven.
you.
Oh.
Thank you. Oh.
Say it. Did you lose him?
Coolamrit Bamra. That was my best attempt. I apologise if I messed it up, but Stonehaven. Thank you very much.
Stonehaven.
Carry on, I apologise.
So no, that's fine. So I wanna talk about this because they flash forward. This is after this we're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna then feature some YouTube. I'm doing this a lot today and I don't know why, but so after this we're gonna feature our YouTube and Twitter shoutouts. But my question is this, okay, and it's very simple: whose death would make Felicity say, "Go kill him"? Because she has always
You
been
know
the
what you
one
have
to
to do
say,
now.
"Show restraint."
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whose death would do that? There's a lot of people who are saying it's Mama Smoke. I disagree. Let's discuss. The sigh.
I don't think it's Mama Smoke.
Okay, I agree with you.
Because I think that when she looked to the side and she asked him if he was okay, I don't think she would ask him if he was okay if it was her own mother. I think that she would take, more of it upon herself. I think that it could be Lance still. I mean, that was
Okay.
my original thought, and I think I'm going to stick with it.
That's how I was going to wrap up the segment, but
Oh, just kidding.
it's fine. It's fine. Good.
It's a nice thought.
That's
It's a
my
nice
point.
thought.
Yeah, but I have a new theory.
Okay.
Go for it.
No, you first.
Age before beauty.
Age
Oh.
before. Hey, man. Then you should be going first.
You're the older one.
I know I'm the older one. All right,
the
go.
pretty one.
Do your
Okay.
thing. Do it.
You know what? A lot of you guys have been tweeting and YouTubing, and you've kind of got into my head, and especially after that last buzzer with the, you know what you have to now, you have to go kill him. I want to say Thea. And the reason I want to say Thea is because also Roy has to come back. And these guys think that Roy's going to come back before the whole grave scene. Maybe so, maybe he doesn't. If you guys know for a fact, let us know, but I don't think we do know for a fact yet. And I'd like it to see Thea because that moment when them two are in the back of the limo, they weren't upset, they were broken. Like, there was a bit of a difference there. You know when somebody's upset, and you know Oliver had that look in his eyes that he was like, that's it, it's game on. And Felicity, it kind of felt like she was also asking him if he was more okay than if she was more okay. You know what I mean? Like it didn't seem to, I felt like that grave scene has affected him a hell of a lot more than it has her. And I don't think Captain Lance would affect him enough in order for her to say, you know what you have to do now, go kill him. The reason, again, I don't think it would affect Felicity enough for her to say that. The only person that I do think would affect Felicity enough to make her break her, what's the word I'm looking for, her restraint would be Thea.
Okay, and I take what you're saying and I agree with you, and I'm going to raise the stakes.
Raise them.
I'm going to raise them, yeah. And I said it on the very first episode after the very first grave scene. I said I think it's going to be Diggle. and then I changed my mind, and I've come full circle.
If it's
and
Diggle, I'm gone. I'm done. Not banging
If it's
into the
Thea,
show
then
anymore.
I'm
If Diggle's off
you
the
won't,
show,
you won't watch the show anymore?
Diggle, I wrote it on my notes. I'm like, Diggle is the most beautiful voice of reason.
He's
is.
amazing, and I think here's the thing. I don't know if the writers are going to be ballsy enough to do it, but if they do, what a tragedy.
I don't think it'd be Thea either. Cause
They can't take
equal
away his whole
tragedy.
family.
Equal
They can't
tragedy.
take
Well,
away
think
his
about
whole
it.
family.
When Roy comes back, they've only got one outfit. Well, they haven't really only got one outfit. They've obviously got
They
one.
have a
each.
lot of
But only
outfits.
one of them can be Speedy or the Red Arrow or Arsenal.
No,
Like-
it's Arsenal and Speedy.
Yeah,
Two
but they
different
can't.
people.
They're not going to go together.
Now,
Yes,
They're
they
not gonna go
can.
together.
Hold on, okay?
Two red suits.
Yes,
No,
it works.
I don't know that Roy's going to stay.
Yeah.
We don't know.
That's what I
that.
mean. He
Also
comes
that.
back
And-
to avenge Thea.
And guys, I got to tell you something else. It could be Roy in the grave, for all we know.
I don't think so.
I wouldn't mind.
No, but here's the thing. Oliver's like his big brother. He brought him into the whole thing in the first place. He was Thea's person.
I don't think that
Not enough.
Felicity would
Not
be that
enough.
upset.
Not enough
I don't
for
think they would
Roy.
be crying over
Yeah.
it. I think they
I
would be
agree with you
upset.
there, which is probably the first time
First
today.
time. Yes.
Shoot, look at that. I still think it's Diggle, and I think that it would be colossally, like, just monumental if it was him. And I
Yeah,
think
I couldn't do with it being Diggle. I don't
here's
think
the
Oliver
thing.
could deal with it being Diggle, because
Yeah.
I think Diggle is Oliver's rock. And I know you say it's Felicity, but from the
I think
OG,
it's also Diggle,
from
yeah.
the big, I believe it's Felicity.
But she
of
was
course,
the
through
second
love.
one in. She was the second one into the fold.
In the group. I completely
Yeah,
agree with
she
you.
was the
But
second
Diggle
one
was
in.
the first.
I agree.
They're
with
saying
you.
that Roy is only
On for like one
for
episode.
Arnold Alfred. Roy isn't permanent. He's only on for one
That's
episode.
what I was
so.
thinking. He's coming back and then he's gone.
Only episode 12,
So
apparently.
first of all, it could be Thea. I don't think Lance would have the same effect. So I used to think it was Lance. I don't agree now. Guys, tell us what you think.
I think it's Lance.
My vote is Diggle. You're
Lance.
saying Lance.
That's a good point. Sorry, I'm just reading you guys on the YouTube chat at the
And
same time. You're making constantly good points. It's
Jack
great.
is saying Thea. So
It's
I'm going to
not
go with
Thea.
Thea for now.
It's not
I'm
Thea.
going to go...
It's not.
Did I cut down
No,
your
I was
choice?
just saying,
No, I didn't.
Lance
Did
is a
anybody
better
else hear
option
me
than
just be
Thea.
like, no, not them.
we have to take a quick break.
Lance.
We'll be right back after this with your questions and comments. So be sure to send them in right now. We'll be back in just a minute. Oh, wow.